Okay. So about you and... Stop right there. Don't expect me to believe you have been talking to me without knowing how we relate. Sorry. I have no idea why Mr. Engard chose you as his lawyer. Why did you have to go and say something like that? Mr. Nick, calm down and hang in there. I'll give you a shoulder rub to relieve your stress later, alright? I already gave you my name earlier, but I'll add that in. I'm Mr. Engard's manager. His manager. Can I hire you too? Speaking of managers, did the victim, Mr. Kurita, have one? No, he did not. He didn't? Global Studios has a very different policy from Worldwide Studios in that Worldwide Studios does not assign individual managers to their stars. I see. This industry is very ruthless and unforgiving. Actually, you look quite ruthless and unforgiving yourself to your poor partner. Dragging a little girl like her to places like this, honestly. You're wrong. I'm doing this to help Mystic Maya. Pearls, calm down and hang in there. I'll buy you a juice later, okay? Let's go ahead and present you some stuff. Press conference. You were the one taking care of the arrangements for this press conference, right? Yes, that's right. But Mr. Engard said he didn't know about it. Is that what he said? Huh? Actually, I didn't know all the details either. It was a request from the publicity department. All I did was help out and do what I was asked. Oh, I see. I wonder about that. I couldn't take her to be the type of person to do something without knowing the details. Yeah, definitely not. Anything about this? I'd like to ask you about this. I told you I hate trifling matters. It's a waste of time to show me things that are of no relevance to me. Oh, this is the first time I've been shot down this badly. Probably haven't talked to a girl that cute before. Attorney's badge? No. Camera. No. Profiles, probably. Engard's manager, an intelligent woman who seems to have it all together. She doesn't have everything. Did you know the victim, Mr. Kurita? Yes, I knew him. The world is such a small place after all. Do you know about his rivalry with the Nickel Samurai? Honestly, they were like children when it came to that. Time and time again, those two competed with each other over the most uninteresting things. If either one of them weren't so stubborn, then maybe no one would have needed to die. I've got a hunch that this woman knows more than she's letting on. She must know why Juan was killed. Please, no. I asked to become Mr. Engard's manager. He's a pleasure to manage with his nice disposition. Mr. Engard does seem rather weak-willed, like a rather weak-willed man, always doing as he's told. He's always saying manager, right, Mr. Nick? Security? I'd like to ask you about that. No. Motive. Do you have any ideas as to why Mr. Kurita was killed, murdered? Why would you ask me about such a thing? I'm just doing my job, so do you have any ideas? Oh my god. 4. Miss Andrews? Sorry, but there's nothing I have to add to this conversation. Is it a psych lock, Mr. Nick? Yeah, there's getting to be more and more of these lately. It's probably Mr. Engard's suitcase, or someone who is only going to be here for the award show. This is a lot of stuff. Looks like he has about 3 days worth of clothes in there. Stars really are different from us, aren't they? Looks like dishes left over from dinner. A dinner for two at that. I'm sure they're Mr. On Guard and Miss Andrews' plates. Looks like they had T-bone steaks. What's with Global Studios and T-bone steaks? What's with that? And I swear to God, and murder. Look at that. Some samurai-looking clothes on the sofa here. I think that jacket-looking thing is called a happy. Whatever it is, I'm sure something like this would make a great souvenir. Take it. Maya would be absolutely thrilled. Okay, still samurai stuff. I think that's about it. Unless... let's go ahead. Anything new? No. Let's go into the murder scene. Whoa. Mr. Nick, where are we? We're in Mr. Juan Kurita's room, Burroughs. Mr. Kurita? The victim. Which makes the crime scene, too. Oh, it's you. So what happened? The kidnapper. Has he contacted you again? Not yet. He probably won't until we win Mr. On Guard's acquittal. You doing okay, pal? Hanging in there? I just want Maya to be alright. We don't have a lot of time left, but I'm going to help you as much as I can, pal. Can you do that, even if we wanted to look around the crime scene? Just this once, special circumstances, right, pal? I'll even tell you everything I know, but you've got to keep quiet. It's my neck on the line here. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I got you guys a map of the hotel, pal. Here you go, little Missy. Wow, you're giving it to me? Thank you. Haha, wouldn't want you to get lost in a hotel too big for its own good. Mr. Nick, I got a map. That's great, Pearls. But Mr. Nick, I can't read what it says. Oh, so fucking cute. Oh. Must take care of her. Okay, On Guard Kurita, right across from each other. The Viola Hall is a partial guide map, of course. Hopefully, there's not. Actually, there's probably a giant loop from the lobby into that hallway because it's super zoomed in, and I wouldn't put it past him. Let's talk to Gumshoe. Cause of death. You know what was the cause of death? Well, technically, the final autopsy report isn't out yet, but one look at the scene of the crime should tell you, pal. The scene of the crime. Yeah, here's a picture. There's a knife in his chest. Phoenix. Yeah, pal, that's the murder weapon. I didn't even notice that. It almost looked like it just went across his thing right there. Like, I saw the little blood there, but I couldn't even tell that was a knife. So he was stabbed to death. They're looking at the fingerprints down at the lab right now. Why would they stab it on that side and not the other side? You know where his heart is. Where there were fingerprints on the knife? Yep. And it looks like they're pretty sure they're Mr. On Guard's prints, pal. That's bad. I need Emma in here. Real bad. Reason for the arrest. Why was Mr. On Guard arrested? Because we have evidence on him. Evidence? Looks like the victim, Juan Kurita, really put up a big fight. Yeah, one look at the crime scene, you can tell. There's signs of a struggle everywhere. Well, yeah, during the fight, his button came off. Mr. On Guard said something about a button. Something like one of the Jammin' Ninja's button got caught in his hakama. But that's not all, pal. What? There's a witness, pal. The witness, who was it? That lady, Miss Oldbag. Please, anyone but her. The prosecution has plenty of evidence to make a solid case. Not to mention there's something at a crime scene that was a little off. Something that was a little off, as in that's for you to figure out, pal. Alright, let's try to figure it out, Mr. Nick. Actually, can I check this one more time? Okay. Just to make sure. This time you can see it's 1. So there's no question of who actually died. You know where Lotus camera is? We know about this. There's nothing special I can tell you about this, pal. Look, pal, we don't have a lot of time. Why don't you show me something more important? If Miss Von Karma saw me here like this, I'd switch sides real fast. Let's examine. Looks like something on the floor. It's a suitcase. There's so many things in it that I bet it barely closes. There's his clothes, a dryer, electric shaver, a calculator. Calculator? Do all stars pack too much stuff like Mr. Kurita? It's on the laptop. It's so messy here. Pearls really likes things neat and tidy, I take it. There are lots of electronic things in here that I've never seen before. Hey, Mr. Neg, tell me what they are, pretty please. Okay. That over there is a watch. You wear it on your wrist. I know what a watch is. Oops. For a second there, I forgot I was talking with Pearls, not Maya. Wow, there are a lot of bears. Alarm clock ones, collector's edition, stuffed teddies, plastic models. It's pretty overwhelming. Is there kind of a bear he doesn't have? There's even a few in the trash can. Yeah, I get the feeling maybe the guy didn't really like bears. Poor teddies. It's hard to bear with all the problems. Growl. Ha 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 ha. It's a fucking PTSD. I don't think I want to bear with the trauma the last case caused me. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? It's just flashbacks. There are all sorts of things in this refrigerator. The carrot juice bottle and the tomato juice bottle are both empty. Empty? Too much of applesauce to throw them away, I guess. They're all vegetable juices. I guess he must have been a real health nut. Oh? There's some ketchup and a bottle of strawberry jam, too. Maybe red was his favorite color. Maybe he didn't bleed. Maybe he's still alive. Bottles of cosmetics are scattered all over the floor. It's probably where Mr. Kurita fought his assailant. What's this glass fragment from? A flower vase, maybe. There are flowers on the floor, but I don't know what they are. You don't know much about flowers, do you, Mr. Nick? Okay. Looks like Mr. Kurita had dinner last night. This bottle, it's tomato juice. We had a lot of food at the award show last night. Why does he have tomato juice and not ketchup? I wonder if the stars had gone on stage after only eating a meager meal like this. I don't know. I don't trust shit. Something's fishy. But I'm also hoping that Adrian didn't do anything wrong. It's a beautiful wine glass, and there's tomato juice in it. What the fuck's wrong with this? Ew, tomato juice. I don't really like it too much. There's a bottle of it on the table over there, and that's probably where this came from. But doesn't it seem weird? What seems weird? I mean, everything else is scattered all over the floor. She's right. The flower vase was broken and makeup is strewn everywhere. Why is this glass the only thing that's still upright? Means it was probably put there afterwards or the scene was staged. So that's a bed, right? Yep, it's big, but it's a bed. Ah, Mr. Nick, it's so soft. Big beds must be a rarity for her. TV? No. Is there anything else to do? Gumshoe, I'm gonna present you some stuff. What can you tell me about Adrian? She's a Mr. On Guard's manager, right? No matter what I do, I really stink at talking with people like her. As soon as I open my mouth, I get all flustered. See, she's one of those women with a brain. She's someone who gets things done. Yeah, she does give that sort of impression, like she's got it all together. Compared to her, you can easily tell I'm can't do anything right kind of guy. That's why I get all nervous and start messing up. I feel sort of bad for him. Nothing about the press conference. Radio transmitter. That's your present from the kidnapper, huh? While you're talking, it sends and receives radio waves. If we could trace that. Yeah, we could use it to find out where the bad guy is. He uses radio waves, huh? I got it. I'll go find a radio scanner and let you borrow it, pal. Thanks. Anything about this wine glass? So about this wine glass. Ah, so you noticed it too, pal. The whole crime scene was a mess, but this glass was the only thing that was untouched. You noticed that too, Detective Gumshoe? Nope, actually Miss Von Karma noticed it first. Of course she did. Yeah, Pearls noticed it before me too. Hey, wait a minute. So does that mean Miss Von Karma's coming here? Yeah, she's coming. Man, you're gonna be in so much trouble, pal. I think it'd be best if you didn't bump into her here. You can bet the instant I see her, I'll be running the 1,000-meter dash. Best believe I'm gone. It seems like everything. Well, there's like a little cooker in the background. Can I look at that? No. Fucking Mo. Let's go the whole one. Guard's hotel room. Can I present you with this? No. Let's go the hallway. Or like the other areas. Gaywater Hotel. Oh, Mr. Ryan, how are you? Ah, Mr. Powers, have you been here the entire time? Yeah, people connected to the murder aren't allowed to go home, let alone leave. Damn, poor dude. Can you tell me a little more about this Nickel Samurai show? Okay. The Nickel Samurai is an action hero program aimed towards kids. It's a sequel to the Steel Samurai. I see. This time there are 3 samurai brothers: Aluminum Samurai, Tin Samurai, and of course the Nickel Samurai. It's a love Y in Neo Tokyo. I see. Wait. A love what? A love Y? This girl, Sayo, works at a tea shop and all 3 guys fall for her at the same time. Oh, I guess the Y shape is like 3 brothers colliding over this one girl. Anyway, Sayo is actually the daughter of the evil Strawberry Clan's leader. Sounds like an unusual situation, like Romeo and Juliet times 3. Yeah. Strange thing is, this sort of forbidden love story is really big with the office ladies. I think it's popular because it's just 3 dudes fighting over her. Yes, Pearls? What happens next? I want to know. Miss Sayo, does Miss Sayo fall in love? She does, doesn't she? Every Sunday at 8 a.m. I'm gonna stop watching Kids Masterpiece Theater starting this week. I can't believe she's really considering it. So what's the Jammin' Ninja TV show like? It started from the remake of the old movie, to tell you the truth. The Jammin' Ninja is like the samurai shows, aimed towards kids. Fucking dear. It's the story of a ninja who can't climb a wall but became a big pop star. What? He was a really lousy ninja, absolutely couldn't do any ninja things right at all. Oh boy, could he sing. With his trusty bright red guitar in hand, he took the ancient world by storm. A ninja with a bright red guitar. And then on the final fight, in front of his beloved Princess Misola, Jammin versus the Mirachi 5. Suddenly, our brave hero catches a not-so-jammin' cold the night before Battle 3. That's too bad for him. Yeah. This kind of pop music-based love story is something high school girls really like. Huh. Yes, Pearl? What happens next? I want to know. The Jammin' Ninja. Will he be able to sing? What about Princess Missola? Every Sunday at 8 a.m. Why is it on 8 a.m.? Which show should I watch? I can't believe she's really considering it. Amazing. What can you tell me about... Von Karma. Getting chills. Hey, Miss Andrews, she's Matt's manager. Actually, I was interested in her for a little bit. Just a little. I am too. Huh. So Mr. Powers likes this type of woman. What do you know about Miss Andrews? Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with her. She gets shit done. Well, see, here's the thing. I don't really know her, you know. There's sort of a small rumor going around about her right now. A rumor? If you're interested, I can give you a little bit of the details. He's so happy he looks like a lion that's just found his next meal. Out on guard. That's younger than me. But you can practically see his star potential. His star potential? I got his autograph the other day. That's kind of wrong now, doesn't it? I don't care what people say. Matt didn't kill Juan. I know he didn't. He debuted around the same time as Matt and everything, you know? Really? It started out small. First it was singing contest and then swimming competitions. Then it was bowling tournaments, and then it was who could throw the best. New Year's parties. Juan was always trying to one-up Matt. But lately those two were escalating into more and more dangerous things. I thought that no good would come out of it at all, so I began to worry. Too bad Juan's stories ended so soon. Yeah, gossip of Adrian. You seen a camera? Sorry. Thanks for taking the time to take it out and show it to me, but I'm really sorry. I don't know a thing about it. You won't know anything else? Would you mind telling me about this gossip? So you're interested in it too. I figured you would be. Yeah. I have such a weakness for celebrity gossip too. Oh really? You too, huh? Yeah, so take a look at this. Looks like a tabloid. Miss Old Bag would read it. Alright, let's see here. Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous. To the mysterious yet beautiful manager, to the stars Miss AA. You see now, don't you? What? You can stop pretending to be in the darkness, right? Juan Corrida didn't have a manager of his own. Which means if we're talking about a certain manager with the initials AA. Adrian Andrews. Yeah, exactly. It's big news. But it seems kind of odd, that woman, Miss Andrews, together with the biggest rival of her client? And it's that wonderful thing that can only happen between two people. Mr. Powers looks so happy. Pearls is just following along, not having any idea as to why he's smiling. Well, as the saying goes, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. You acting like she's garbage? Excuse you? Wanna have some words, buddy? I'm not gonna just be alright with this. No. Okay, so that's gonna be part of this stuff. Breaking her locks open. So let's keep going. I don't have anything to say to delinquents like you. She's climbing up like the old clam she is. Please, anything would be helpful. Well then, how about I tell you my measurements? No, that's quite alright, really. She really doesn't like you, does she, Mr. Nick? I know. Let's go to Ride and Go, and then to the, jail. Ah, the lawyer dude. So what did you find out? Well, I'm still in the middle of investigating. I see. I've already told you everything I know, dude. What can you tell us about this? What do you know about this article? You're talking about her thing with Juan. I always thought she was a bit careless in the way she handled it. And that's it. Really? Can you tell me about your activities last night? After I got the award, I took a break and went back to my room. I had that post-ceremony stage show to do. So I was in my Nickel Samurai costume. And you were alone the entire time? My manager was running around being busy, so yeah. Because of the press conference you were supposed to have after the show. I told you, dude, I have no idea about any press conference, alright? It's strange. I thought Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. Anyway, when I was leaving my room, that's when I noticed it was kind of noisy. Mr. Corrida was already dead by that time? Yeah, that's what I gathered anyway from my manager. But the way he's always talking about his manager, it's as if she runs his life. That's when the detective in the green coat showed up. Searched me, and he then, out of the blue, arrested me. I want to see something. What can you tell me about this? Dude, like I told you, I don't know anything about that press conference. I leave that kind of stuff to my manager. It's harder than pulling fast from a river. Anything else? About you and the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida, what sort of... It's got nothing to do with anything, dude. Man, with that face of his, you can't even tell he's the same age as me. He wanted to try making a Jammin' Ninja movie. What can you tell me about your manager? That's my manager. Did you meet her? Yeah. What did you think? Strong woman, right? And she takes good care of me. You're such a mama's boy. Anything else about? No. I don't like that. There's gotta be something else I can do. Maybe Lotta knows something about it. Or her. No. Anything about this magazine? You work in tabloids? Nope. Let's go back to the scene of the crime. What can you tell me about Juan? I'm not a real fan of action shows or anything. But I know who Juan Corrida and Matt Engarde are. You can't talk about one without talking about the other, I guess. They even debuted around the same time, so they have this real fiery rivalry with each other. Kinda like you and me, pal. I never knew he thought of me as a rival. Let's try breaking open Miss Andrews' logs. Not that I have any problems with that. Actually, wait. What can you tell me about one? No, nothing new. I thought it might change because I have that newspaper. So, let's see what you have to hide. Not that I want you to be jailed. Motive for murder. Why was Juan Corrida murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason why he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Engarde's life in danger by your actions? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answer? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Corrida. You're not that close. That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with another person. You're not good at being intimate with another person. Somehow I highly doubt that. I hate breaking lies, but sometimes I gotta do it.